Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today was going to do a kind of quick one. I did an experimental one with this. I haven't finished it off with the resin yet, but we're going to do tattoos on the polymer clay. And we're going to cut them out and bake them. So I'm going to do a pendant and a set of earrings. So these, I just ordered these tattoos on Amazon, and you basically just cut out what you want. It's got a little film of plastic on it. You're gonna pull that off, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay them down onto the clay, and then we're gonna put wet cloth on here, and it will dampen it and cause it to go onto the clay, and then we're going to cut them out and bake them in the oven. And I added on this one, if you can see, I added some little rhinestones just in the center of the little flowers there. So I don't know if I'll do it on this other one, but let me get my wet cloth. And I just am using a paper towel, and I dampened it, and then I kind of squeezed it out, and it's pretty damp, and I'm going to let it sit on there for a minute, and then we'll pull it off, and you'll be able to pull the back of the tattoos off, and they'll be on the polymer clay, and then we'll let it dry, and then we'll cut it out. And these tattoos are pretty cheap on, they're not very, you get quite a few in a package, so depending on what you're ordering, you get a pretty good selection. Like this little collection that I ordered mostly had butterflies or flowers or something like that, but there's other things that you can order. So let's see. And then you just lift them off, and they're on the clay. It's a little tricky sometimes to get that lifted up. And then you just let them dry really good. And then we're going to cut them out, and we'll bake them on 275 for, that even took the number off of there, which we don't want that, but we'll bake them on 275 for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to let that dry just for a few minutes, and then we'll be back and cut them out. Okay, so with this one I'm going to cut, because I know I'm not going to get the whole thing in there, so I'm going to cut the larger one, and then with the earrings I'm going to cut these smaller ones. And with these, I'm not going to put the saran wrap over before I cut, just because I'm afraid it is going to lift up the tattoo. So I'm going to turn this, or move it over just a little bit so I can get to it without putting my head up underneath that so I'm basically just trying to get the center part of that flower in there. And then we're going to do two small ones. All right. I should have done that on the wax paper, but I didn't. So on these, I don't think I'm going to put any of the rhinestones. I'm just going to leave these plain. So I'm just going to smooth out my edges a little bit here. They turned out really cute. I'm going to put them over here on the wax paper. And just little pieces of that tattoo kind of came off onto the back where I cut it. Just cleaning that. Moving down the sides. It looks really pretty. Let me do this last one. These are going to go in the oven at 275 for, on my wax paper, they're ready to go. 275 for 30 minutes. And then we'll come back and show you how I'm going to finish them. Okay, so these are the finished products out of the oven. They look really nice. So now, and I sanded the edges a little bit. So we're going to finish them off with the UV resin. And then I will come back and show you the final product. Okay guys, here is the finished product. It turned out really pretty. I embellished it with a little bit of a dragonflies on there, which looks really nice. And if you did enjoy this video, if you give me a thumbs up, please subscribe to my channel. And if you hit that little red bell, it'll notify you when I put the next video up. And here's the one I had already done here. So they turned out really nice. Thank you for supporting my channel. And we'll see you on the next one.